What you are listening to right now is not just friendly advice. It is a total change in how you live your life. It will change how you walk, how you speak, how you think, and how you act. It will change how you deal with your problems and how you build your future. Here is a big truth that most people never learn until it is too late. Your life becomes whatever you expect it to be. The way you expect things to go is usually how they turn out. This does not happen by magic or good luck. It happens because of what you focus on. Your strongest thoughts guide everything you do. They control how you talk, how you act, and whether you keep going or give up when times get tough. So ask yourself right now, what if you believed that everything is working out for your good? What if you believe this even when life is hard, even when things are quiet, and even when you see no proof at all? What if you lived every day knowing that your success is already set, as if the door is wide open and all you have to do is walk through it? That is not just wishing for a good life. That is training your mind. That is how the most successful people in history beat hard times, mean words, and deep fear. Think about Henry Ford. He did not just hope his ideas would work. He decided they would work. He put all his belief into his dream long before anyone else thought it was possible. When people laughed and said cars were a silly idea, he ignored them and built factories anyway. Look at Thomas Edison. He did not give up after his first fail or his 100th fail, or even after thousands of failed light bulbs. Why? Because he truly believed that success was bound to happen. He did not need to see the light bulb working with his eyes before he believed it. He carried the success in his mind first, and he acted every single day like it was already his. Think about Charles Schwab. He did not live in fear or doubt. He acted with strong faith in his dream, and that faith was so strong that he built giant steel companies. His strong belief made other people trust him and follow his lead. And look at Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men to ever live. He never sat around asking, "What if this fails?" He moved through life like his great results were already done. That is the kind of energy that builds a great life. So why not you? Why not right now? Why not today? You have spent way too much time worrying about what might go wrong. You have spent enough time waiting, doubting yourself, and telling yourself scary stories born out of fear. Now it is time to change the story completely. The version of you that hesitates, overthinks, and hides when life gets hard cannot live alongside the version of you that walks with full confidence. You cannot hold two different mindsets at the same time. You must let the weak mindset die so the strong one can take over. Today, you get a new set of rules to live by. Act like everything always works out for you. Do this not because life promises to be easy, but because this mindset makes you unstoppable. When you truly believe that your success must happen, you become brave. You speak with real strength. You take control of your life instead of letting your problems boss you around. This lesson is your reset button. It is a new way for your brain to work. You must practice this every single day until your mind accepts this confidence as a simple fact, until your doubts fade away because you are so calm inside. Fear cannot live in a mind that is full of true faith. The moment you start living like your success is already yours, you destroy fear. Listen closely to these words and let them sink deep into your mind like fuel. This is not just to hype you up for a few minutes. This is to rebuild how you think from the ground up. By the time you master this, you will not think the same way, you will not move the same way, and you will not be the same person. Let us start with a simple question that can change your whole life. What if it all works out? Not just the easy things, but all of it. What if the bad days, the long waits, the pain, the loneliness, and the times you felt lost are all working together? What if every single struggle is just building you into the strong person you need to be to handle the great life you asked for? Most people never let themselves think this way. Instead, they live in constant worry. They wake up expecting bad news. They talk about the worst things that could happen. Belief is not something that just happens to you. Belief is a choice you make. And that choice controls where your mental energy goes. Your mind does not argue with you. It simply accepts whatever you tell it most often, and then it builds your life around that thought. If you keep saying, "Things never go right for me," your mind says, "Okay," and it starts looking for all the bad things in your day. That is what you start to notice, that is what you expect, and that is what you keep getting. Not because of bad luck, but because you stopped looking for anything good. Now picture the exact opposite. Imagine waking up every morning, no matter what is going on around you, with this quiet thought running in your head: everything is working out for me. Even if you have no money right now, even if someone hurt you, and even if you do not know what step to take next, you still keep moving. You still do your work like good doors are opening for you. You still build your life on a strong foundation. That one simple habit, done every day, will completely change your life. When you assume that things are working out in your favor, you stay calm when life gets stressful. You become patient while you wait for your hard work to pay off. You move with real power even before the good results show up in front of you. This is not lying to yourself. This is taking total control of your own mind. When Thomas Edison said he had not failed, but had just found 10,000 ways that did not work, he was showing us how a strong mind thinks. He believed the working light bulb was already his. It was just a matter of time before he made it real. He did not waste time asking, "What if this never works?" He asked, "What else can I try? Because I know the answer is coming." That simple difference in how you think is what separates the person who quits after a few bad days from the person who becomes great. When people made fun of Henry Ford's ideas, he did not waste his breath arguing with them, and he did not hide in fear. He kept working as if their doubts did not matter at all and his dream was already done. That is not being fake. That is taking action with strong self-control. It is deciding to act like your plan is working, even when you cannot see the results yet. Weak people wait to see proof before they try hard. Strong people act like the proof is already on its way. Living this way stops you from needing other people to tell you that you are doing fine. It replaces panic with steady strength, and it gives you a fresh mindset. The good outcome is locked in. I just have not arrived at the finish line yet. So ask yourself again, what if it all works out? What if the long wait was actually protecting you? What if the bad situation was just pushing you onto a better path? What if the time you felt confused was actually your mind growing stronger? What if the thing you call a bad loss today is the exact lesson you need to become the best version of yourself? Once you make this way of thinking your normal habit, you stop being afraid of what you do not know. In fact, you welcome it. You realize that hard times are not your enemy. They are just proof that something bigger and better is being built in your life. Your only job is to keep moving forward. You must keep working even when the job is boring and repetitive. You must lead yourself even when no one is clapping for you. You must act like your success is already set, even if it looks like you are losing right now. A bad day cannot measure your inner spirit, cannot track how strong your faith is, and it cannot see the great future you are quietly building behind the scenes. Only you know that. Only you know how deep your promise to yourself really goes. Say this to yourself right now. I live with the belief that everything is working out for my good. I do not panic when things get messy. I prepare. I do not beg people for help or approval. I build my life in quiet peace. And I will not quit because I have already decided how my story ends. This is not just nice advice. This is how you win the mental battle. It is choosing to walk through a crazy world with a peaceful and organized mind. Once you fully decide how your journey ends, you do not have to worry about the hard steps in the middle. Act like everything works out, and soon enough, your real life will match that thought. Whatever your mind fully accepts as true, your life will eventually show. There is one key quality above all others that separates people who just drift through life from people who build great things. It separates those who are lost from those who are focused. It separates people who just watch life happen from those who shape their own world. That quality is having a clear, set purpose. A clear purpose means having a single, strong target in mind. A goal so deeply set in your brain that you cannot ignore it, even when things are quiet, even when you fail, and even when you feel doubt. This is not just a vague wish or a quick list of goals you write down and forget the next day. A real purpose is carried with strong discipline and protected with your whole life. Without a clear purpose, your energy gets wasted. Your hours are stolen by silly distractions, and your mind gets pulled away by every new thing that comes along. You end up trying to do 10 different things at once and finish none of them. You build halfway and then quit when it gets hard, confusing busy work with real progress and loud noise with true success. However, the moment you become a person guided by one clear goal, your vision becomes crystal clear. You stop waking up wondering what will happen to you today, and instead, you start telling the day what you are going to accomplish. That is real power, and that is where true change begins. Look at anyone in history who did big things, and you will find one clear purpose guiding every step they took. When your goal is clear, your daily choices become very simple. You do not have to waste time guessing what to do next. You just ask if an action helps your goal or hurts it. If it helps, you do it. If it distracts you, you drop it without feeling bad about it. This level of clarity makes you strong. People can feel when a person knows where they are going, and they naturally step out of the way for someone with a clear path. A confused mind looks weak and brings trouble, but a mind focused on one clear target shows a calm strength that everyone respects. Understand that you do not need other people to agree with your goals. In fact, when your dream is big, most people will not understand it at all. They will project their own fears and small thinking onto you. They will tell you to take the easy path, to lower your goals, and to settle for a normal, boring life. This is why you must protect your purpose like a valuable treasure. Do not argue about your dreams with people who think small. Do not ask for approval from people who love being comfortable and lazy. Your job is not to convince everyone that your dream is possible. Your job is to work hard and let your results speak for themselves. To find your clear purpose, sit down and be honest with yourself. Throw away the goals that other people try to force on you. Ask yourself what you truly want to work for with all your heart. What goal is so important to you that you are willing to work hard, stay disciplined, and push through bad days to reach it? Once you figure out that target, write it down in plain words. Do not keep it as a blurry thought in your head. Put it on paper. Read it when you wake up in the morning, and read it again before you go to sleep at night. Let it be the main rule for how you make choices every day. When this purpose becomes part of who you are, the way you look at problems changes completely. A bad break is no longer a reason to give up. It is just a lesson that shows you how to do better next time. When you know exactly where you are going, a closed door does not mean you stop. It just means you find another door, build a new tool, or make a new path. Your dream does not depend on good luck. It is built on a strong promise you made to yourself. Remember that a clear goal needs real action every single day. A dream without work is just a daydream, and hard work without a goal goes nowhere. When you put a clear purpose together with hard daily work, you become unstoppable. Every smart step you take, no matter how small it seems today, moves you closer to your goal and makes your mind stronger. Over time, all that small daily effort adds up to a huge wave of success that breaks through every problem in your way. So, lock in your purpose starting today. Stop living like a passenger in your own life. Stop letting the loud world steal your time, and stop letting small distractions pull you away from your work. Pick your target, hold on to the belief that your success is bound to happen, and do your work every day with quiet, strong focus. The world belongs to the people who decide who they are going to be, know where they are going, and refuse to quit until their dream comes to life. Step into that strength fully today, and let your life show what a focused mind can really do. Henry Ford did not just hope to be wealthy one day. He made a firm decision to completely change how people travel, and he chased that goal with a focus so sharp that the whole world had to move out of his way. Charles Schwab did not just test the waters or try things out. He knew exactly what he was placed on this earth to build. He understood what Andrew Carnegie needed, and his goal was so strong and clear that other people naturally followed him. They did not follow him because he bossed them around. but because his clear mind made it impossible for anyone to doubt him. Abraham Lincoln did not just stumble into being a great leader. He made a decision so clear and so final that not even a country at war with itself could shake him loose. That is the exact same thing you need right now. You need a final decision. You need a line in the sand. You need one strong thought that lives deep inside your heart and mind, a goal so clear that your mind thinks about it every single day. Let me ask you a plain question. Do you know your clear purpose? Do you know, without any doubt, what you are here to do? Because if you do not know, no trick, no system, and no motivational video will ever save you. Your progress will always end quickly. Your good habits will fall apart the moment life gets hard. Why? Because the one thing that holds your whole life together is your reason, your decision, and your clear purpose. So take a piece of paper and write it down. Write one simple sentence. Not 10 sentences, just one. What is the main thing you must build before your time on this earth is over? Who must you become? What must you give to others? What is the big result that your life demands? You do not pick this goal because it is easy. You pick it because you decided it matters more than anything else in the world. That is your clear purpose. And once you have written it down, you must read it out loud every single morning. You must write it down by hand every single night. You do not wait until you feel like doing it or until you feel inspired. You practice this goal over and over until it replaces every single negative thought in your head. This habit is the true start of all real confidence. To wake up every morning and know exactly where you are going. When you have this, you stop looking at other people. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop wasting time scrolling through your phone. You do not back down when things get tough, because your daily steps have already been chosen. Everything you do from this day forward, the food you choose to eat, the useful books you read, the good habits you build, the words you speak, and the big risks you take, will all move toward that one thing, your clear purpose. Having a clear goal gives you a strong shield against all distractions. You no longer feel jealous of what other people are doing because you are completely locked into your own path. You no longer fear failing because you understand that small failures are just steps in building your success. You no longer need other people to tell you that you are doing a good job because your strong goal gives you all the power you need. From that simple place, making choices in life becomes very easy. Your clear mind acts like a compass that guides you. Time starts working for you instead of against you. This happens because your mind, your energy, and everything around you begin to work together toward one thing: finishing your job. But if you do not have a clear purpose, even your best daily habits will fall apart. Even the strongest person will give up. Even the smartest person will spend their time chasing silly things that do not matter at all. So write that one sentence today. Carve it deep into your heart and mind. And do not save this work for some random day in the future. Do not wait for a time when your life becomes quiet and easy. Today is the exact day you stop living like a dry leaf blown around by the wind. And today is the day you start moving like a master builder, taking orders from inside your own mind. Say these words out loud right now. I know my purpose and I follow it without making any excuses. I no longer wait around for things to become clear. I make them clear myself. My energy is precious, and my direction in life is completely set. This is how great lives and strong legacies begin. They do not start with loud noise. They start with one single choice that burns so deeply inside a person's heart that even time itself steps aside to let them pass. If you have not made that big decision yet, make it right now. The clock is ticking every second, but your mind has been running in circles. You have real work to do. You have true inner power to build. And not a single bit of it will happen until you find your clear purpose. Real faith is not something you sit around waiting for. It is not a free gift that falls down from the sky. It is not something that happens by good luck or chance. Faith is something you build with your own hands. It is built the exact same way a strong brick house is built. One brick at a time, one action at a time, and one thought at a time, until you are standing inside something so strong and so solid that even your deepest doubts have to bow down to it. Here is a big truth that most people will never understand. Faith is not a warm feeling inside you. Faith is daily practice. It is the simple result of holding onto a strong, disciplined belief every day. You speak it out loud, you write it down on paper, and you act on it until your subconscious mind accepts it as a plain fact. You do not just find faith lying around. You build it, you train it, and you practice it until you no longer need physical proof because your strong belief becomes the proof itself. Here is the secret to how your brain works. The mind does not automatically believe what is true. It simply believes whatever you tell it over and over again. That is the exact reason why so many people live in failure, because they have practiced failure in their minds every day. They speak words of doubt every morning. They picture bad things happening over and over again. They match their actions with fear, and then they wonder why they have no faith in themselves. Let me be very plain with you. You cannot practice weak thoughts every day and expect to wake up strong. You cannot spend all your time doubting yourself and expect to build strong confidence. Faith, just like a physical muscle, is built by pushing against hard things. You earn it by stepping out of your soft comfort zone. Every single time you finish a hard job, especially on days when you do not feel like doing it, you earn more faith in yourself. That is why talking to yourself with strong words is not a silly game. It is the main door to success. It is the act of choosing what kind of person you want to be, instead of just accepting the weak version of yourself that other people gave you. You pick the identity you built yourself. That is why I do not tell you to just casually watch a video once and hope it fixes your life. I tell you to repeat these lessons. I tell you to study them closely. I tell you to speak these strong words out loud. Because when you do that, when you make these strong words louder than the quiet doubts in your head, something amazing happens. You finally start to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is the root of all real personal power. To know that when you speak a command, your mind actually listens to you and follows through. So you must start every single morning with a clear command, not with confusion. You wake up and speak out loud the script of the strong person you are turning into. You do not do this just because the words sound nice, but because you know those words are digging new, deep paths in your brain. And those new paths will become the exact road your feet walk on every day. Thomas Edison did not succeed because he felt happy and ready every day. He succeeded because his deep belief in the final result was much bigger than any small failure along the way. 10,000 times he tried to make the light bulb work, and 10,000 times he found a way that did not work. But he never called those attempts failures because his faith was completely solid. He had already seen the working light bulb in his mind long before the rest of the world saw it in real life. Every single time he tried, every time he felt tired, and every time he reset his tools to start over, he was adding another strong layer to his belief. John D. Rockefeller did not become rich by pure luck. He trained his mind the way a brave soldier trains for battle. He believed in good systems, clear order, and total certainty. That certainty did not come from a messy mind. It came from practicing his goals in his head every day. He built wealth inside his mind long before he ever built it in the real world. You must do the exact same thing for yourself. You must picture yourself finishing your hard tasks. You must see yourself moving with real power. You must speak to yourself like a wise leader giving clear orders to a good team, with a calm voice, with absolute clarity, and with strong belief. Your mind is always listening to you. It listens to every single word you say. Every quiet word you whisper and every phrase you repeat is either building your faith or tearing it down. So ask yourself right now, are you speaking strong, healthy words to yourself? Or are you speaking poison? Are you building up your courage? Or are you training yourself to be afraid? Are you using your words to lift your life up or to pull yourself down? Whatever you repeat over and over again will eventually become your real life. Real faith is not loud or showy. It does not run around begging for attention from other people. True faith is quiet, grounded, and steady. It is built in the dark, quiet moments of life. It is built when you show up to do your work even when your feelings tell you to stay in bed. It is built when you say, I will do this, and you keep your promise without needing anyone to clap for you. It is built when no one is watching you, and you do the right thing anyway. That is the exact way Abraham Lincoln led his people through terrible times. He was not the most popular man, and he was not the loudest man in the room. But he believed in his clear vision so deeply and so fully that no mean critic could ever make him give up. When your faith becomes that solid, taking action becomes automatic. You no longer have to force yourself to get up and try, you just do it. You no longer sit around asking if you are ready. You simply move forward. And your good results start to grow very fast, not by random chance, but by careful design. So here is your clear instruction for today. Write down your main goal on paper. Read it out loud every single morning and every single night. Speak it with real feeling, with strong belief, and with fire in your heart. Picture the good final result in your mind, not just once, but every single day. Speak about who you are becoming, not as a weak wish, but as a plain fact. Say, I am focused. I am disciplined. I act with clear purpose. I do not back down. This is not just an idea to think about. This is a daily practice. And when you practice this habit long enough, the old version of you, the weak person who was full of doubt, fear, and hesitation, will fade away like dust. In his place, a strong person full of real faith will stand up. Not on some faraway day in the future, but right now, today. There comes a moment in every person's life where they must make a decision so firm and so final that there is no way left to turn back. That big moment is not about temporary feelings or quick excitement, and it is not about simple confidence. It is about total commitment. Burning your bridges behind you means one simple thing. You completely destroy all exits, all backup plans, and all quiet excuses that whisper to you, if this hard goal does not work out, I can always go back to my old, easy life. No, you cannot go back anymore because that old, weak person is gone forever. Here is a big lesson that every great person in history understood. You never truly change your life until you completely remove the choice to stay the same. You cannot build a great new life while holding onto your old, lazy habits. You cannot become a strong new person while keeping a place saved for the weak person you used to be. You cannot win a race if you spend half your time looking back over your shoulder. Charles Schwab did not become the head of a giant steel company by playing it safe or being cautious. He was not the smartest man in the room, but he was the most decisive person in the room. He carried himself like a strong leader long before the world ever gave him a title. He matched his words, his tone of voice, and his daily energy with the high job he wanted. And by doing that, he closed the door on being average. When he walked into a room, everyone inside could feel his strength. When you take away your own choice to quit, and when you make it so that there is no way to turn back, you turn on a deep part of your mind that most people never use. It is the part of your brain that must find a way to win because it has no other choice left. Andrew Carnegie wanted this exact mindset from all his workers. He did not want people who were just a little bit interested in success. He wanted people who were completely focused on one main goal, people who burned the bridges to every other distraction. He understood this simple truth. A divided mind is a weak mind that will easily lose. You must hold that same strong rule for yourself. You cannot try to live as two different people at the exact same time. The weak person you were in the past and the strong person you are turning into right now. One of those two people has to die. That means you must throw away everything that keeps your old, weak self alive. Get rid of every silly distraction. Throw away every bad excuse. Stop hanging around every person who tries to keep you small and weak. You say you want to build a great life? Good. Then it is time to destroy the path that leads back down to your old life. You say you want to change so much that people barely recognize you? Then stop holding on to old things from your past self. Make your decision today. Lock in your clear purpose. Build your faith through daily practice. Burn all your bridges to your old habits. And work every single day until your dream becomes your real life. That means you delete every phone contact that drains your mental focus. You clear your physical workspace of anything that brings back old, lazy habits. You stop visiting those quiet mental corners where doubt still lives. You completely destroy the soft comfort you used to run back to, because comfort is a liar. Comfort tells you, you are fine right where you are. But true greatness never lives in comfort. Greatness begins the exact moment you lock the back door and step forward with fire in your heart. That is what Henry Ford did when he put everything on the line to build his new system. He did not ask anyone for permission. He did not waste time trying to convince the people who doubted him. He made a firm decision. And in making that decision, he completely removed failure as an option. Other people laughed at his big ideas. He did not laugh back, because a person who has destroyed their only way back does not have time to entertain doubt. They are far too busy doing the daily work. Now listen to me very carefully. You will be tempted more than a few times to look behind you. You will think about how easy and nice it was to be lazy, to scroll endlessly on your phone, to sleep in late, and to live a life without any real pressure. That soft voice in your head will sound very reasonable. It will offer you a fake balance. It will whisper, "It is okay to take it easy, just this once." That voice is nothing more than the final ghost of your old, weak self. You must kill that voice. Do not entertain it. Do not respond to it. Do not try to explain yourself to it. Replace it immediately. Every single time that voice whispers, you speak out loud with even greater strength. You say to yourself, "I make my choices based on firm decisions, not on temporary feelings. I keep moving because I picked this path myself, not because it is simple or easy, but because it belongs to me." Do you understand what that mental habit does for you? It hardens your personal willpower, trains your mind to believe that your word is law. It proves that your choices are not just weak suggestions. They are serious commands. This is where your sharp edge is built. From this point on, you do not need raw emotion to get moving. You do not need fast motivation. You move simply because your old path is gone forever. You move because the weak person you used to be has no soft shelter left to hide in. You move forward because the only direction left in your life is forward. Thomas Edison did not sit around hoping for a great breakthrough. He decided that a breakthrough was going to happen, and he worked every day like a man who had no other choice in life. He faced 10,000 small failures, and not once did he ever think about giving up or going back to his old life. Why? Because he had no back door left to walk through. You must take on that exact same mindset today. Burn your backup plans. Get rid of all the bad what-if questions in your head. Live your life as if this current attempt is your only shot at success, because in reality, it is. The clock on the wall never pauses for you. The world never waits around, and you should not wait either. You have been playing around with simple discipline for long enough. You have flirted with the idea of a great life for long enough. Now is the exact time to fully commit to your main mission. Completely, finally, and without any hesitation. Because once your old habits are burned away and the fire rises behind you, there is no turning back at all. There is only forward movement. There is only daily work. There is only constant growth. Let today be the point of no return. Let today be the day your whole life changed. Let that day be today. No person rises to the top all by themselves. No person becomes truly powerful by staying alone in a dark room forever. While deep discipline is built when you are by yourself, fast progress is born when you connect with the right people. There is a force inside human nature that is far stronger than simple willpower. It is more powerful than talent or big ambition. It is the real power of a united mind group, a team of focused minds. It begins with one simple truth. You become just like the people you spend your time with most often. Your everyday thoughts are shaped by your close group of friends. Your personal energy is directly affected by the place you live and work in. Your core identity is forged in the company you keep every day. You might think you are strong enough to carry your big mission all by yourself. But take a close look at your life right now. Truly look at it. Who do you share your precious time with? Who do you allow to shape your big vision for the future? Who do you talk to most often? Because those voices around you are either building your mind up or tearing it down. A united mind group is not just a random group of buddies. It is a serious mental alliance. It is a meeting of like-minded people moving forward with one shared goal: to build each other up instead of causing distractions, to create real things instead of just looking for cheap entertainment, and to sharpen each other's focus instead of making each other soft and lazy. You must go out and look for this kind of group, or you must build it yourself from scratch. That means you must find people who speak with absolute clarity, who move through life with real purpose, who understand the true value of quiet work, and who do not need to be constantly reminded of their job because they live it every day. When you connect your mind to other people who are moving with that exact same inner fire, something truly amazing happens to your life. You become much faster. You become much stronger. You become far more focused on your main target. You double your personal energy. You reach your big goals in half the time. You start unlocking great ideas that you never would have seen if you stayed all by yourself, because a strong team gives you fresh eyes and new perspectives. This is not just a nice theory. This is the exact same strategy used by the greatest builders in human history. Henry Ford did not build his massive company in a quiet vacuum. He surrounded himself with deep thinkers, smart engineers, and people of strong belief. They did not always agree on every small detail, but they were all moving in the exact same direction. They pushed each other, challenged each other, and forced each other to do better work. Thomas Edison built a strong mental network of real working teamwork, not a circle of loud noise. Smart ideas passed back and forth between focused minds, and every idea got better through shared hard work. Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men to ever live, said his huge fortune was not due to luck or simple money, but to the power of his united team, having one clear goal backed by many smart minds working together in peace. Charles Schwab rose to the very top because he sought out people with the highest vision and made that strong environment his normal, daily life. A great team never happens by random accident. It is built carefully and deliberately. But let us be crystal clear about this. Not everyone around you deserves a spot in your inner circle. A strong team does not include people who talk with doubt and fear, people who spend their day gossiping about others, people who only chase cheap comfort, people who make fun of real discipline, or people who sit around waiting for permission to take action. You must remove those negative voices from your mental space immediately. A single weak, negative mind in your close circle can put out the strong fire you are trying to build. Protecting your daily energy is not being mean or arrogant. It is a smart strategy for your life. If a person does not feed your big vision, they are slowly draining it away. If they do not match your hard work and commitment, they are just pulling your focus away from your main goal. If they cannot see the great future you are trying to build, they have no business standing in your foundation. Here is a simple rule to keep in your mind. If you would not want to trade places with a person and live their life, do not take advice from their voice. You are under no duty to carry the heavy weight of other people's confusion and laziness. You are here on this earth to build something completely different, something sharper, clearer, and much better. So what do you do next? You build your own focused team by choice. Start with just one like-minded person. One strong voice that sharpens your mind. One person who speaks simple truth instead of creating daily drama. Then find another person, and then another, until your close circle becomes a strong wall around your life. Set up a time to talk every single week. Speak with clear purpose. Share your real goals for the future. Hold each other to higher daily standards. Get rid of soft, weak language like, "Maybe I will try someday," or "I hope it works out." Replace those weak phrases with strong promises, with daily accountability, and with real action. And if you cannot find this kind of strong circle in your town yet, then be that person yourself first. Be the strong standard for others to see. Speak with real authority. Move through your day with deep conviction. Right people will feel your energy, and they will either step up to match your level or naturally fade out of your life. Do not run around begging for approval from weak people. Do not waste your precious time trying to change people who love being lazy and drifting through life. Just keep building your work. Just keep moving forward every day. Just live your life with clear focus, and the right people who are meant to walk with you will show up at the right time. This is not about making friends just to feel comfortable and safe. This is about linking minds together to build real power. Because when a mind as sharp as yours links up with another mind that carries the same inner fire, the normal rules of success change in your favor. Your path becomes much clearer to see, your good results arrive much faster, and the loud noise of the world gets much quieter. This is the hidden power of a focused team, the ability to multiply your work and your mission. So make your firm choice right now. Who do you need to link up with? Who do you need to let go of today? And who do you need to become inside yourself so you can attract the smartest, strongest minds to your side? Then take your first step. One good conversation with the right person can change your whole life, while 1 week with the wrong people can steal your big dream away. Choose your circle very carefully. Before you take physical action, before you see any money, and before you build real momentum, there must first be strong belief inside your mind. No person ever built anything truly great in this world without first seeing it clearly in their own mind. You must believe that your dream is coming long before the world gives you permission to start, long before anyone claps for you, and long before you see any physical proof in your hands. That is the true test of your character. Can you act as if your dream is already real, even while it is still completely invisible to the rest of the world? This single question is what separates the few people who rise to the top from the many people who give up and quit. Understand this basic truth. Faith is not a luxury item. It is not an extra option saved only for happy, positive people. Faith is an absolute requirement. It is the bottom foundation and the real starting point of all personal change. You might think you need complete clarity before you can take your very first step, but you do not. You might think you need lots of money, high motivation, or a huge support group before you can start, but you do not. What you truly need is one firm decision backed up by unshakable belief, the kind of deep belief that you feel right in your chest, that moves your feet forward every morning, and that speaks much louder than doubt, even on days when your voice feels weak. Abraham Lincoln did not know how the long war would end. He did not have absolute certainty about every single strategy. But he had total faith in his core principles, a deep faith that freedom had to win, even if the long road cost everything he had. Henry Ford had no printed map to follow, no ready market waiting for him, and no approval from the public, but he believed so deeply in his vision that the physical world eventually bent to match his certainty. John D. Rockefeller built massive businesses before the modern roads and systems even existed. Why? Because inside his own mind, the job was already completely done. Edison, Carnegie, and Schwab. Not a single one of those men waited to see physical proof before they allowed themselves to believe. They created the physical proof by taking strong action long before the results showed up. That is what true faith does. It always comes before the final result. But fear does the exact opposite thing to your life. Fear says, I will sit here and wait until I see full proof with my own eyes. Faith says, I will move forward right now, and my hard work will make the proof show up. Which of those two voices do you choose to obey every day? Fear sits around waiting. Fear spends all day scrolling on a phone, and fear calculates every small risk while completely forgetting about the big reward. Faith builds things, faith takes real action, and faith believes the truth and keeps moving forward anyway. And if you think this is just happy, positive thinking, you completely misunderstand the basic laws that rule your mind. Your subconscious mind does not care about what is actually true in the physical world. It simply responds to whatever thoughts you repeat most often, whatever you feel deeply, and whatever you truly believe in your heart. If you repeat scary thoughts all day, your life becomes a small pattern of hiding and protecting yourself from harm. If you repeat strong beliefs all day, your life becomes a powerful pattern of creating great new things. That is why talking to yourself with strong words is so vital for your growth. That is why you should not just listen to good words, but speak them out loud with your own mouth. You must feel them deep inside, and you must drive them down into your subconscious mind until those strong words become your real identity. You do not just sit there and say, "I hope I believe." You stand up and say out loud, "I act with pure faith. I do not wait around to feel ready. I know exactly who I am turning into, and I move my feet accordingly." This is the exact way that real belief is built inside a person. Every single day, you speak your big vision out loud. Every single day, you move through your chores as if your dream is already a done deal. Every single day, you refuse to let fear make your choices for you. That is the main part that most people miss in life. They think belief is just a quiet thought in the head, but real belief is physical movement. If you want to truly believe in yourself, then start acting like you believe in yourself. Action always builds and strengthens belief. Every single time you follow through on a promise without needing physical proof first, every time you show up to do your job when the work is hard, and every time you keep your word in private when no one is watching you, you build a brand new identity for yourself. An identity that says, "I do not need someone else to show me proof. My hard work is the proof." Keep this basic law in your mind forever. Deep belief always comes before great performance. You will never grow past the mental image you hold of yourself in your own mind. So the real question is not whether you can achieve your goal. The question is, what are you practicing in your mind every day? What are you whispering to yourself during quiet moments? What identity are you building or running away from out of fear? The world does not care about raw potential. It only responds to certainty. It responds to certainty in your voice, certainty in your actions, and certainty in your presence. You cannot fake that kind of confidence. It must be built through daily effort. You build it by practicing strong beliefs every single day, long before you see any physical proof. Every morning, speak your core vision out loud. Every evening, look back honestly at your daily actions. Every single hour, refuse to betray the strong person you promised to become. When you live like this, fear does not completely disappear, but your faith becomes much louder. Doubt does not vanish, but your firm choices override it. Eventually, your belief becomes so solid that no one can deny it, and your success becomes bound to happen. This is not a trick or a fantasy. This is the exact way every great life and organization begins, with an invisible vision that is believed in deeply, repeated often, and acted on so boldly that the physical world eventually matches it. So choose your daily beliefs right now. Decide what thoughts you will repeat. You are always training your own mind, whether you realize it or not. The only question is, what are you training it with? Let your core faith become your base, and let your daily work be the proof. If there is one trait that separates great builders from people who stay stuck in doubt their whole lives, it is the ability to make firm choices. It is the power to choose a path and never run back. You do not drift into a great life by accident. You choose your way there. One clear choice, repeated without excuses, is the line between people who build things and people who just watch life pass by. Understand this simple truth. Being unable to make up your mind is where fear grows. The longer you wait to choose a path, the louder your inner doubt becomes. A person who delays taking action slowly loses their strength. Every single time you hesitate on your next step, you leave room for self-doubt, outside opinions, and fear dressed up as logical thinking. Slowly, your personal energy leaks away, your clear focus fades, and your confidence falls apart. This is why you must train yourself to make choices quickly and change your mind very slowly. That is the habit of strong people. Successful people do not move through the day asking for permission from others, nor do they take votes to see if people like their ideas. When they make a choice, it is final and set in stone. Even when expert workers tell them that a difficult plan is impossible to build, they give a clear command: build it anyway. And the workers do it because a firm decision is always stronger than doubt. Great leaders rise not just because they are smart, but because they choose quickly and stick to it. They do not hesitate or run away from hard responsibilities. They move forward, They understand the weight of leadership and make the hard calls without fear. This is what most people miss about success. They think successful people are simply the smartest or have the most help. That is not true. They are simply the most decided. They wake up every morning knowing who they are and where they are going. They do not wait to feel ready. They are ready simply because they chose to be. Look at how great leaders build big things. They do not do it through endless research or constant worrying. They do it through clear direction, one main goal, one mission, and one purpose chosen with total finality. From that single choice, every other detail in their life takes shape. Your own life works the exact same way. Until you decide who you are, the world will keep choosing roles for you. It will hand you weak scripts to read, offer you endless silly distractions, and tempt you to stay average. But when you make a real choice, the world around you rearranges itself to match that choice. Here is a basic law. Making a firm choice creates a strong identity, while failing to choose keeps you stuck in your old ways. If you keep falling back into bad habits, it is not because you are weak. It is because you have not made the final choice to leave those habits behind. Even worse, failing to choose causes more delay down the road. It adds up over time, and soon your life becomes a slow circle of starting things and never finishing them. But when you make a firm choice, burn your backup plans, and destroy your excuses, you create a strong energy that cannot be faked. The world responds to that energy, your mind aligns with it, and your personal standards are born from it. Here is your daily rule. Make one powerful choice today and refuse to question it ever again. If it is your physical health, make the choice. If it is your business or work, make the choice. If it is the kind of person you want to become, decide right now. When the quiet voice of doubt creeps back in, when you feel tempted to change your mind, wait around, or test the waters, do not listen to it. The choice has already been made, and the door is closed. Great inventors and leaders do not wait until they have every answer before they begin. They make a choice and chase it through thousands of attempts. Those are not just random tries. Those are firm decisions in action. You need that exact same strong resolve, because every choice backed by a clear purpose builds your inner spine. Once your inner spine is strong, the daily storms of life lose their power over you. Life cannot shake a person who has already made up their mind. Even great leaders who carry the weight of whole nations through hard times are not paralyzed by doubt. They are careful and thoughtful, but their choices are final. Their biggest decisions are not made to win applause from the crowd. They are born from deep personal resolve. That kind of choice shapes the future. So ask yourself honestly right now, what choice have you been avoiding? What goal have you left half open just so you do not have to fully commit to it? What job have you left unfinished? Draw your line in the sand today. Say it out loud if you need to. I no longer delay my work. I no longer drift through my days. I no longer listen to the weak version of myself that hesitates. Say those words, write them down on paper, and live them out every day. From that single decision, all your other daily actions will flow smoothly. The plain truth is that most people are not waiting for a lucky chance to open up. They are sitting around waiting for permission to choose. But no one is coming to give you permission. Great people do not wait. They choose. So make your choice today with a strong spine, real fire, and total finality. From this moment on, become unshakable. There is a simple secret built into the base of every great fortune and success. It is not pure luck, it is not good timing, and it is not fancy talk. It is the daily habit of doing more work than you are paid to do. This simple rule governs your progress in life just like gravity rules movement. It applies to everyone equally and never misses. It simply gives back to every person the true value they put into their work, multiplied over time. Here is a truth that most people will never understand. You are not paid for the raw hours you sit in a chair. You are paid for the value you create during those hours. And your true value is decided by one thing: how far you are willing to go beyond what is expected of you. An average worker only does enough work to match their current paycheck. But an exceptional person works at the level of their full potential. They do not sit around waiting for a reward or a raise first. They make themselves so effective, so reliable, and so deeply valuable that rewards become bound to happen. This is a basic rule of life, and it cannot be faked. Many great leaders started from very humble beginnings, not because they had special schooling, but because they had a much better attitude toward their daily work. They made themselves completely necessary to their teams by doing work that could not be easily replaced. They gave their full focus, their best energy, and far more effort than their pay required. Because of that extra effort, they were eventually given more responsibility and success than anyone else in their field. Successful people practice this principle with deep devotion. Early in their careers, they work longer hours, take on harder challenges, and volunteer for tough jobs outside their main title. They do not do this just to get quick praise, but to grow their own skills. That personal growth puts them in the perfect spot when big opportunities show up. This is how any real climb to the top begins. You do not get promoted or moved up by asking for it. You get moved up by becoming too valuable for anyone to ignore. Understand this clearly. The real world only pays for actual results, not good intentions. It does not matter how much you meant to do a job, and it does not care how busy you looked. It only measures actual results. And those results are multiplied for the person who consistently goes above and beyond what is asked. That is where you must choose to live, in the extra mile. Work the extra unpaid hour, put in the unseen effort when no one is watching, and make quiet daily improvements. Here is the secret that very few people talk about. The extra mile is usually completely empty. That is why all the real power lies there. Everyone wants to get ahead in life, but very few people are willing to give more effort than they are asked for. Very few people wake up early without being told to do so. Very few people deliver great work when average work is accepted. Very few people step up to fix mistakes that were not even their fault. But the few people who do those extra things are the ones who rise to the top. Great inventors and builders do not stop just because the clock says the workday is over. They work tirelessly not just to pass the time, but to produce real value. They focus on output rather than immediate rewards, and the rewards naturally follow. This is why you must separate your effort from immediate payment or praise. If you only put in extra work when someone offers you a quick reward, you will always be stuck waiting for someone else's permission. But if you act from deep personal principle, you become completely free from outside circumstances. You do great work not for cheap applause, but because you are the kind of person who always does more than what is required. Over time, the rest of the world catches up to you. Great innovators do not just copy what already exists. They improve the whole process. They build things better, faster, and more useful for everyone. They do not stop at good enough. They push past normal limits and over-deliver every single time. Because of that dedication, success naturally follows them. Success is never saved just for lucky people. It is earned by the person who serves better, improves faster, and lasts longer than anyone else. That is the standard you must build into your daily life, not just in your business or job, but in your home, your personal discipline, and your overall mission. When you do more than expected, you naturally become more than expected. You grow stronger, you gain real self-respect, you build true influence, and most importantly, you rise above all competition without needing to tear anyone else down. So here is your direct challenge for today. Where can you deliver extra value right now? What small detail in your work can you make better? What useful skill can you sharpen today without being ordered to do it? What task can you finish better than anyone expects? Once you answer those questions, go do the work. Do it not just one time, but every single day until doing great work becomes your normal habit, and your name becomes known for complete reliability. That reliability is the highest value you can offer. The certainty that you will finish the job. The person who always delivers great results, even when no one is watching, is the person who gets called on when big things matter. So if you want to advance your life, if you want to rise to the top, And if you want to build a name that makes great opportunities chase you instead of you chasing them, then stop asking for more and start giving more. Do it quietly, do it consistently, and do it without needing instant credit. The credit will come, the payment will come, and the success will follow. You will only advance in life if you transform yourself into the kind of person who does not rely on quick, easy rewards. Say these words out loud. I do far more than what I am paid to do. I am not average. I move with complete excellence, even when no one is watching me. If you repeat those words daily and live by them, you will never lack good opportunities again. The basic law of life is very simple. The person who gives more effort becomes a stronger person, and the person who becomes stronger will always receive more in the end. You may possess great physical strength. You may have high intelligence. You may even hold the smartest plan in the entire world. But if your daily presence pushes other people away, if your energy breaks trust, or if your way of speaking makes people avoid you, your inner power will never reach its full potential. No person rises to the top completely alone. The person who knows how to guide and influence others with warmth, calm confidence, and clear speech will always move much faster and go much farther than the person who tries to force everything through plain, aggressive power. This is what we call a pleasing personality. It is not about tricking people, and it is not fake charm. It is a carefully trained personal energy, one that naturally draws other people toward you without you ever having to beg for attention. It is the quiet factor behind the most successful people in history. It is the specific quality that opens locked doors, earns deep loyalty from others, and multiplies your overall influence. A pleasing personality is not a random gift you are born with. It is a daily discipline. It is the direct result of self-awareness, emotional control, and intentional practice. Great historical leaders built massive success not by being the loudest people in the room, but by knowing how to make other people feel valued and respected. They listened much more than they spoke. They praised good work far more than they criticized mistakes. They mastered the art of influence through a calm, solid presence rather than trying to boss people around. That positive presence made everyone want to work alongside them, naturally drawing power and support to their side. Other famous leaders became presidents of giant organizations not because they were technical geniuses, but because of how they made people feel every day. They smiled often, remembered people's names, and treated everyone like they were important. Through those simple habits, they brought out the very best in their teams without ever having to raise their voice or shout orders. Power is not just brute force. Power is the ability to move other people willingly. You must understand this key point. Building a pleasing personality is not about being fake, nor is it about being soft or weak. It is about sharpening yourself into a person whose daily presence clearly says, "This person is worthy of trust, and this person is worth following." That does not mean turning into a performer or an actor. It means mastering quiet, daily habits. Tone of voice. Speak with strong conviction, not with hesitation or doubt. Facial expression. Keep a calm, confident expression that speaks before you even say a word. Genuine interest. People always remember how you made them feel. Ask real, thoughtful questions and listen deeply to their answers. Optimism. A strong personality does not sit around complaining or focusing on bad news. It uplifts the room and spreads clear certainty. The world is already full of loud, bitter, argumentative people constantly trying to prove themselves to others. But a person with a pleasing personality does not waste time arguing, shouting, or over-explaining things. They influence people quietly, persuade them through good logic, and build strong bridges where other people burn them down. Great inventors and team leaders worked alongside brilliant minds every day. Even when they were intensely driven to complete a hard goal, they understood the absolute value of teamwork. They created a welcoming environment that made everyone want to contribute their best work. Their workplaces were not just centers of hard labor. They were filled with positive expectations. That is what a great personality creates. Smooth progress without constant resistance. Now let us make this completely practical for your life. If you want to build true power, you must become likable. You do not do this to seek cheap approval from others, but because you understand this law of nature. People naturally move faster for someone they respect and admire. Ask yourself these honest questions today. Do people feel stronger and better after talking with me? Do I make other people feel valued through my genuine attention? Do I carry myself with calm authority? Or do I bring chaotic, messy energy wherever I go? The bottom line is simple. The most powerful person in the room is never the one talking the most, but the one everyone listens to when they finally decide to speak. The greatest leaders in history are remembered not because they dominated everyone around them, but because they combined strong firmness with real humility. They spoke with simple words, clear focus, and steady presence. Even during dark and stressful times, they showed a calm personality that gave everyone else confidence. Other great builders understood the absolute importance of harmony. They did not surround themselves with people who just agreed with everything, but they highly valued people who could share ideas with calm strength and clear direction. They may not have used fancy words, but they were consistent in their daily presence, and consistency always builds trust. That is the true core of a pleasing personality. You do not chase attention. You command it through your strong character. So here is your daily challenge. Speak less, and when you do choose to speak, do it with clear purpose. Smile more, not as a fake mask, but as a direct message that says, I am in complete control of my own energy. Move at a steady pace, speak clearly, and make other people feel truly seen and heard. Above all, live your daily life in such a way that your presence makes the people around you want to be better. That is the highest form of influence. A person who uplifts everyone around them without any forced effort, simply by being who they are. Repeat these words to yourself every single day. My presence is calm, powerful, and persuasive. I make others feel seen, heard, and deeply understood. I do not waste time arguing. I influence through action. Over time, that inner energy becomes a strong magnet. The world starts moving toward you, not because you shouted loudly, but because you built yourself into a person who is truly worth following. There is a fundamental law, one so consistent and powerful that those who live by it are bound to rise, while those who ignore it are stuck in average results. It is not taught in basic schools, nor is it often mentioned in casual conversations about success. Yet every successful person obeys this law like absolute truth. It is the law of increasing returns. The person who consistently does more work than they are paid to do will soon be paid far more than the work they currently do. Let that thought sink deep into your mind. It is not just a nice motivational phrase. It is an economic truth and a basic law of life. The average person says, I will give more effort only after I get more money. But a true builder, a person who controls their own life, says, I will give extra effort right now and let the rewards catch up with me later. And those rewards always catch up. Look at how great leaders started. Many began as poor workers in basic offices. They were not asked to learn advanced skills beyond their pay, nor were they required to memorize complex systems. But they did it anyway. They went far beyond their basic job description, far beyond their basic instructions, and far beyond the bare minimum effort. What happened? The people in charge noticed them. It did not happen instantly, but it happened eventually. From a basic, low-level job, they rose to become some of the wealthiest and most influential people in the world. How did they do it? They provided extra value first, without complaining, without keeping score, and without demanding immediate payment. The person who goes the extra mile makes themselves completely irreplaceable. While average people just perform a basic duty, the exceptional person delivers real results. While average people ask, what am I owed for this? The builder asks, what else can I build or improve? You must understand that life does not pay you simply for watching the clock. It pays you for the actual value you produce. Now ask yourself honestly, are you doing only the absolute minimum to get by? Do you only work hard when someone is directly watching you? Do you only take action when it is completely easy and convenient for you? The world keeps score, not of the hours you sit in a chair, but of your personal drive and extra effort. The world might not reward your extra work today or tomorrow, but it will eventually pay you back far beyond what you expect, provided you make extra effort a permanent daily habit. Start right where you are today. If you work a regular job, stop asking what your basic role requires and start asking what your highest personal standard should be. If you are building a business, stop asking what basic service customers will tolerate and start asking what incredible quality would completely blow them away. If you are building a new skill, do not just check the basic box to say you finished. Stay a little longer, study a little deeper, and push your limits further. Every single time you exceed expectations, every time you cross the invisible line of good enough and keep going, you separate yourself from the average crowd. You become unforgettable, trusted, and indispensable. Great managers and leaders were never promoted simply for doing their basic job. They were promoted because they multiplied the value of everything around them. They encouraged their teammates, pushed their projects forward, and constantly asked, "What else can we improve?" They went above and beyond, not to show off for quick attention, but because high effort was a core part of who they were. That is the exact mindset you must build today. Become the person who gives more than they are asked for, more than is expected, and more than is required. The main secret is to do this extra work when no one is watching you, do it when no one is clapping for you, and do it until it becomes your core identity. That strong identity becomes a powerful magnet for new opportunities. Massive empires and great accomplishments are built not just on raw knowledge, but because leaders demand much more from themselves than anyone else would dare to ask. They push for faster production, smarter work, and better value for everyone involved. They constantly ask, "How can we give more?" As a direct result, they receive far more than the average person in their field. Remember that every great leap forward starts very small, with invisible daily effort that no one sees. So begin today. Ask yourself, where am I meeting only the bare minimum? Where can I exceed the standard? Where can I act not like a lazy worker waiting for orders, but like a true owner of my life? Once you find those answers, go out and live them. You will feel inner resistance, and lazy people around you might even make fun of you. They will say you are working too hard, caring too much, or doing extra work for free. But the rewards of going the extra mile are never meant to be instant. They are delayed on purpose, but when they arrive, they are multiplied many times over. They come in the form of deep respect, strong trust, massive opportunities, real leadership, and long-term success. Say these words out loud every day. I do not sit around asking what I am owed. I ask what extra value I can give. I exceed basic expectations as my normal way of life. I am the person who goes the extra mile, because that is where true greatness begins. Let those words take deep root in your mind. The person who lives by that rule will never stay at the bottom for long. Here is something you already know in your heart, even if you have not fully accepted it yet. Listening to or reading a lesson just one time is never enough. You cannot fix your whole mindset in a single sitting. You cannot erase years of bad habits and fear with one quick round of motivation. You cannot destroy old, weak thinking using temporary inspiration alone. Your subconscious mind does not respond to information it hears only once. It responds strictly to daily repetition. To imprint a brand new belief into your life, you must burn it into your brain over and over again until the new thought becomes far more familiar to you than your old doubts. Let this truth stay in your mind. Repetition is the true language of the subconscious, and the strongest thought pattern always wins. If your old daily thought pattern is, "I am not good enough," that weak thought will rule your life until a much stronger thought replaces it. If your main habit in life is hesitation, that hesitation will become your permanent identity. However, if you feed your mind every single day with strength, with absolute certainty, and with a voice that reminds you of who you truly are, the old voice of doubt will slowly lose its volume. It will fade away not by raw force, but by how often you practice the new thoughts. That is why talking to yourself with strong, chosen words is not an optional exercise. It is the exact tool by which you reprogram who you are at your very core. How does this reprogramming work? You review these lessons again and again. You speak the strong lines out loud, not in a lazy way, but with real energy and focus. You memorize the key phrases that impact you most, and you repeat them in your head the moment fear or hesitation shows up. You let these core truths become your mind's main operating system. You do not go through these lessons just for quick entertainment. You study them to install a brand new identity. You are not doing this work just to feel slightly better today. You are doing it to become completely strong and successful. Try a quick exercise right now. Close your eyes and say these words to yourself with deep focus. I am not afraid. I take action without hesitation. I am completely focused. I am certain of my path. I am becoming the strong person I was always meant to be. Feel what happens inside your body when you say those words with true conviction. Do you feel that internal shift? That is not your imagination. That is real mental reinforcement. That is your mind updating your core identity in real time. Keep practicing these truths. Repeat your clear goals daily. Build a pleasing personality. Go the extra mile in all your daily tasks. And make firm choices that move your life forward every single day. Now multiply that simple practice across 90 full days. If you say a strong thought just once, it is like a small spark. But if you say it out loud every single morning for 90 straight days, it builds a permanent pathway in your brain. You speak these words until they become your normal baseline. You repeat them until the words do not just sound strong to your ears, but actually become your own natural voice. Here is a basic law of human nature. Whatever thoughts you feed into your mind will eventually form your character. Whatever thoughts you repeat daily will eventually become your real life. So do not let this message fade away from your memory. Do not treat this as just a simple recording to pass the time. Treat this as a serious daily ritual. Build your morning routine around these core truths. Make these ideas a permanent part of your environment. If someone asks you why you keep playing and reading the exact same message over and over again, look at them and tell them plain truth. You are not doing this to be entertained. You are doing this to completely rebuild your mind. Your mind is completely programmable. It has always been that way. The only real question you must ask yourself is, who is writing the code for your thoughts? From this exact moment forward, you are the one writing that code. So read these words again. Speak these lines out loud with real power in your voice. Step into your day with total certainty. Every single time you repeat thoughts of power, you weaken the feeling of fear inside you. Now, let us close this chapter in the only way a person committed to real change should. You have listened closely. You have absorbed truth after truth, not fake theories, but practical mental tools. But now comes the most critical part of all. You must go out and walk the path. Walk not as the person who started reading this message, but as the person who has already become everything they used to chase. You do not move through your day like someone who is merely trying hard. You do not speak like someone who is just hoping for good luck. You walk every step like the job is already finished. That is the true posture of a person who holds inner power. They hold power not because they know every single answer, but because they know who they are inside. From this moment forward, you move differently in everything you do. You step into your physical training like your personal transformation has already happened. You step into your daily work like your big breakthrough has already arrived. You make your daily choices like success is already unfolding behind the scenes, because success is indeed unfolding. Everything in life is working out in your favor. But that truth only holds up if you actually act like it is true. Faith is never passive or lazy. True faith moves forward. Faith builds real things, and faith walks as if the final good outcome is completely set. That is not a delusion. That is your real identity and complete focus aligned together. Before this message ends, And before you step back out into the busy world, say these strong words out loud with real power. Keep your spine straight, stand tall, and push your chest forward. I am not afraid. I act without any hesitation. Everything is working in my favor, and I move like it is true. Now say those exact words one more time, a little slower, and mean it with your whole heart. I am not afraid. I act without any hesitation. Everything is working in my favor, and I move like it is true. That statement is your core identity script from this day forward. You do not need validation from other people. You do not need cheap applause from the crowd. You do not need anyone else to understand the fire that is burning inside your chest. You simply need to keep moving forward every day. The world always rewards the person who moves with quiet certainty, not with loud noise, and not with endless explanations, but with pure certainty. You do not have to explain your choices to people who have not earned the right to hear them. You do not need permission from anyone to rise to the top. You do not need a green light from the world to take action. You are the green light. You are not sitting around waiting for a miracle breakthrough to happen to you. You are the breakthrough itself. Every single action you take from this moment forward must reflect that truth. Move like the person who already holds the results they came for. Speak like a person whose voice creates real, tangible changes. Wake up tomorrow morning like positive momentum is waiting for you at the door, because momentum is indeed waiting. The universe always responds to clear certainty. Real life bends to deep belief. The old version of you that used to hesitate, doubt, and stall, that version no longer exists anymore. Now, you walk like the job is already done. Let other people wonder what changed in you. Let them feel the clear shift in energy the moment you step into a room. Let them notice the calm silence in your presence, the kind of quiet confidence that comes not from ignorance, but from knowing yourself so deeply that you no longer waste words trying to prove anything. You have done the mental preparation work. Now go out and live it out in the real world. Every room you enter, every daily action you take, and every plan you write down, execute it from the mindset of the person you have already become. If you ever forget these truths on a hard day, come right back to this script. Read it out loud again. Remind yourself who you truly are at your core. This is not just a simple motivational message to boost your mood for a few minutes. This is a complete mental installation. You do not install a new mindset just once and walk away. You live it out every day, you rehearse it in your quiet moments, and you become it completely.